Trever, Aeon. I'm gonna break my foot off in your ass.
Alright, we are here in Moonrise Towers and we are ready to go up to the next floor. We did find some evidence that there was a Selûnite resistance in the area, and if we want to check that out, we will be heading to the Masons Guild. Additionally, we already checked this during the previous video just because I was unsure that it was logging correctly. But Wolbrin and the Tieflings have been rescued from Moonrise Tower's prison and have arrived safely in Last Light. So we will try to check up with them at some point. But also, because we did what we did in the prison area and basement, we have decided that anything else we want to accomplish in the towers, we must accomplish on this day. That did include, thankfully, being able to afford a new weapon that looks very cool for Karlach, the Halberd of Vigilance. So now we are headed upstairs. We have seen that Ketheric Thorm is invincible, but we still don't know how or what we can do about it. So here we go.
Phew.
No time to rest. Breathe deep and move.
No feuding under this roof, true soul. We're all one under the Absolute. More's the pity.
Something's on my mind.
You're not the first to brave the dark for the Absolute. The war camps are full to bursting.
Recruiting gnolls. So according to Disciples Rel, they are recruiting and tadpoling gnoll leaders to make packs that are like shock troops. Orcs of the Trielta Hills. So Disciples Rel apparently sent a true soul to the orcs, but it was rejected, and they will be sending another to take the orcs by force, but that hasn't happened yet. Taking the groves off the table. This is telling us that the Shadow Druid's plot to overtake the grove was actually an intentional design by Ketheric Thorm in order to prevent them from joining forces and aligning against him again. And invasion plans for Baldur's Gate.
True souls stand above you, and I above them. Your role in her design is to serve those who bring it into being.
I will not forget, disciple.
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, Disciples Rel?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage fans across your mind like wildfire.
Explain yourself.
I think this is not that far from Trevor's thought process. They won't get far. Let the curse take them. After all, they weren't worth his attention. I'm considering using the elixir actually, but I think I want to save that for the next long rest. I don't care too much if we make this. And I'm not using one of our 2 inspiration.
Never trust an ancient and mysterious curse to do what you could do with your own mind. Or a knife. I was hoping you'd be able to help with something more important, but you're only fit to muck out the jail cells.
Trevor's still going to adopt a haughty position, show some respect. He's a true soul.
That won't keep my blade from your throat if you continue to disappoint me. Let's see if there's anything interesting in this brain of yours.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palette. But there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith.
In hindsight, I may have misinterpreted this line. Trever does want one kind of power, but based on the reaction, I think this was meant to refer specifically to the tadpole abilities. Trever personally does yearn for power and fame, so he will distract her by drawing her towards his hunger for power.
Caution. Hesitation. You fear power even when it's offered freely. Would you waste the Absolute's gifts as well? I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted.
Trevor's curious. Why doesn't she show him the power?
Why not? What's the point in power if you don't get to have a little fun every now and again? She gave me the power to cut the thread of life with a thought. But I can caress as well as cut. That's why you should stay on my good side. And the best way to do that is to serve General Thorm. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
Trevor's going to ask if it's true that General Thorm is invulnerable and hope it comes off as a fan asking about a celebrity.
Indeed. The Absolute's love for him has made him more than mortal. He is unstoppable.
And then we do need to know what this mission is, even if we have no intention of doing it. What does Trever need to do?
There is a relic that General Thorm requires. He sent his most trusted advisor, disciple Balthazar, to retrieve it. The relic is beneath the Thorm family mausoleum. That is where you will find Balthazar. But we have lost contact with him. Go there, aid Balthazar if you can, and bring the relic home.
Trever inquires what she means by lost contact.
And I accompanied him. It was destroyed shortly after he left Moonrise. Hardly a surprise. We're protected here, but outside the shadows are hungry.
Given that, Trever asks what if Balthazar is dead?
Death would not silence Balthazar for long. But dead or alive, he is lost. Whatever has become of him, it is the relic that matters.
In that case, Trever wants to know exactly what the relic is.
It is something that General Thorm desires, and that he has ordered us to retrieve. That is all you need to know.
Alright, clearly she's getting tired of questions. Trever says he's ready to head out.
The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You'll need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers. But don't pry. The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he uses it as a chamber pot.
Wide, gaping sockets that see nothing. And still they seem to watch you. You think you hear a whisper, but perhaps it was just wind drafting through a dull and empty thing.
Open up.
Zarel's personal reminder on the ogre that she killed. Zarel notes that while she needs someone to investigate Balthazar's chambers, no doubt he's rigged the thing. Very likely trapped. The glory of the Absolute. This is just cultist religious bullshit.
It is not your time yet, Blessed One. The rooftop chapel is reserved for the General's private contemplation, save for those he chooses to ascend.
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
Trever asks just how one is chosen to ascend.
I'm sure you have done a great many things to get this far, true soul. But above, you will stand in her very presence. Such an honor requires more. Disciple Zrel has given you a chance to earn that honor.
I think this is a silly question to ask, especially since we have skeletons of our own, so Trever just leaves it. We are not doing well on insight checks, which kind of tracks for Trever, actually. A little gift. I'm guessing B is Balthazar, and this is talking about Marcus getting his wings, I guess. Oh, they don't even want me to read that one. Yep.
The Great Liberator. You should go and join your goblin friends out in the curse.
She's not happy. Trever decides not to press it at this time.
Seen the view out west from the terrace? All those beasts camped under one banner. That's the Absolute's power. The General's power.
Hey, true soul. What's the word? Armies gathered outside. The General giving us marching orders.
Trever sees an opportunity to sow some discard. Keep it to yourself, he says, but the General's advisor is missing.
The Necromancer. The General won't leave one of his own behind. He might be the Absolute's chosen now, but he's still a soldier at heart.
And I guess it's not this terrace that they were talking about seeing the Absolute's armies from. Let's go ahead and close this door so that prying eyes don't see what we do in this room. Engraved Githyanki disc.
Once again, your mind opens to Lae'zel, and she considers the disc.
More writings on Orpheus, the so-called Prince of the Comet.
Let's hear it.
The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Gestil Kithrak, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver, that his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon Ephelaman. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale, but beneath the roars, we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. This is more than a fable. It's an affront to the undying Queen Vlaakith. Gith's son died to Voss's blade. Orpheus is no more.
Trever wonders, but what if the story is true and the prince returns?
You speak heresy. Thank your good fortunes I'm a tolerant woman, or I'd have sliced off a few toes for suggesting it.
We'll take it with us, though.
This Gith slate looks like the other. Another story about the Githyanki prince?
A clasped book over here. Something about an acolyte named Cressa and a pet that got away.
Wish I had a bag of hunting.
Balthazar's personal notes number 2. Note: install a drain beneath library's conventional medicine shelf. It's wasteful to let all that blood seep through the flagstones, and it will rust the spikes besides. A line slashes through the above, the same hand and fresh ink below. Disregard, the smell gives me sweet dreams. Conventional medicine, huh?
That might be worth a look.
So, conventional medicine then is something that we wouldn't want to mess with, because whatever happens makes blood seep through the flagstones. Attention acolytes. A reminder, acolytes are permitted entry to my chambers for the sole purpose of collecting moon lanterns. My library is not to be tampered with. While the Absolute appreciates your eagerness to learn, my bookshelves do not. Any request to borrow from them must be given to me in advance and are like to be refused. Should you desire information on poisons, do not think to read any tome on the subject here. They are inclined to grant more knowledge than the written word could provide. Remember, the Absolute's purpose is better served by a beating heart than a poisoned mind, though if you choose death, I will ensure you serve her still. So this is a warning to the acolytes that are in the tower, which means I am inclined to believe it. Poisons and venoms. I should not touch that shelf. Balthazar's Personal Notes 3. Request from the next caravan. Any works by Mordenkainen must catch up on current events. No Volo, better a century of ignorance. Swift and sudden death for the library. The current volume is badly scorched.
What's hiding here?
Medium toughness, not resistant to bludgeoning, but still 22 damage at a time is a bit much to expect. So, Karlach.
Don't burn yourself.
To the left and...
Sure.
Let's move.
Derivation Cloak. Deadly Derivation. When you poison a foe, heal yourself for 1d4 hit points. Well, the only one of us that sometimes uses poisons is Lae'zel, so that will go to her. Goblins, the Muglubia Gambit. This just talks about convincing goblins to join the cause of the Absolute. And then a moon lantern, which we don't actually need, but if we take it, at least they won't have that resource. So this bookshelf.
These boots have seen everything. Anything of use?
Alright. So we basically have 4 bookshelves that we could mess with. We don't want to mess with conventional medicine. We don't want to mess with poisons and venoms. So if we're going to touch one of these, it's going to be between Musty Tomes and Galvanic Interrogation. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a moment and more thoroughly loot this room, and maybe I will find a clue that eliminates one of those. So I will rejoin you. Alright, I wasn't able to find anything mentioning either of these other 2 books on the shelf. I personally already know the answer, but when trying to consider whether or not Trever would be able to figure this out, I wanted to know whether or not, or how likely it was that Trever understood the word galvanic. It's not a very common word, it's kind of a technical one, and I don't think it would be used very often in the circles that he ran with in Baldur's Gate. However, it's not that uncommon either. So what I did is I set myself a fairly reasonable 10 DC intelligence roll for him to make. And he did make it. So he knows what galvanic means. So between conventional medicine, poisons, and galvanic interrogation, this sort of seems to fit the pattern of, you know, bad things happening to people. Whereas musty tomes seems relatively benign. So Trever will hit that shelf. Which caused an ancient altar to come to his attention somehow. It made a click. Insert item. Now it might take Trever a few tries to figure it out. However, one thing that he will note while looting the room is that there was an awful lot of human hearts just sitting out. So at some point, he would have tried to put one in there.
What's that?
The necromancer was experimenting on the tadpoles. But they were already imbued with Netherese magic. So where did that magic come from?
Cold brim hat. Once per turn, any condition inflicted upon a target also applies 2 turns of encrusted with frost. Any condition, huh? So anybody could make use of that. We don't really have anyone in the party who specializes in causing conditions. Well, maybe Lae'zel a little bit with her arcane arrows, but it's certainly not going to outdo the Grimskull helm. So we'll hold on to that, but it's a very cool item. Research notes. I have redirected some materials from beneath the tower. I plan to simply raise what forces I need inside the mausoleum itself, but the general prefers that no more of his family crypts be disturbed. Even so, I may have no choice. The temple will not surrender the Night Song easily, and the general's invulnerability depends on it. I am sure he will forgive a little transgression if it frees the army to move on to Baldur's Gate at last. So this is more confirmation that the general's invulnerability depends on whatever the Night Song is beneath the mausoleum.
This Night Song sounds like the source of Ketheric's immortality.
Nice name. Wonder if it's a music box or something.
If we find it, we can use it against Thorm, perhaps.
We'll need to explore thoroughly. I doubt Ketheric leaves the means to his downfall out in the open.
Dead pixies. Apparently are sellable. But broken moon lanterns are absolutely worthless. So what about this ritual circle?
A ritual circle. Looks like it was used in the crafting of moon lanterns.
Alright, let me loot this room real quick, and then I will be back with you. So, Trever believes we basically have what we need from Moonrise Towers at this time. However, he recognizes that before we go off searching for the Night Song in particular, we are going to be going back to the creche at Lae'zel's insistence. So, the group has a discussion and we come to the agreement that if we're going to be leaving the general area especially, we should cause a little bit of chaos on our way out. We shouldn't full-on assault the tower, but any pockets that we can pick off without causing an alarm to be raised, we should do so. So with that in mind...
Seems simple enough.
There's a scrying eye over here. That is a complication. Alright, these people are outside on a balcony, all by themselves, so we will begin here.
There is work to do.
Shadowheart, would you do the honors? In order to keep them from calling for help.
Violence isn't tolerated in these parts, unless it's required to deal with a criminal like you.
Come on, can't stay idle.
And in this case, Trever is not nearly concerned about spreading his reputation, as he is about making sure nobody can report who did this. So we will turn non-lethal attacks off.
It's hot in here. My little trick.
There is one.
Boom! Victory awaits.
A Moonrise Guard's key, that could be useful.
Here we go.
Alright, so what we want to do is wait for the scrying eye to get here, and then we will start hostilities, and we will try to just shove the scrying eye that way. Here, let's...
What's next?
It is now time. Actually, I think I may have missed my opportunity this... Oh wait, it's going that way. Okay.
Violence isn't tolerated in these parts, unless it's required to deal with a criminal like you.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Oh, you're a bit too big, huh? Yep. So there is something we may be able to do about that. Oil of Diminution. Lae'zel will use that. And Shadow Arrow. Reduced.
Still on my feet.
And that reduced her weight enough to be thrown. She's only 40 kilograms now. Okay.
Here goes nothing. Light on my feet.
I just want to throw it as far away as I can.
Alright, Karlach. It's go time. Covered.
Actually, I'll even use the Misty Step to get rid of it entirely. Or can I not? Path is interrupted. That is unfortunate. Well, I may as well see if I can... But it won't move, so...
What should I do? Let's do this.
It's not very likely, but if Shovel can manage to scare her while she's prone, she won't be able to get up.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Oh. I guess I was wrong. During editing, I investigated what happened here. As it turns out, this interaction was not bugged like I thought it might be. Zarel was prone because she was thrown to the ground. The throw ability only inflicts prone for 1 turn, and that condition ticks down at the start of the affected entity's turn. So the condition ended on its own without requiring available movement speed in order to end it. To keep the enemy prone and thus skip its turn, the prone condition must be applied by something that causes a duration of 2 turns, such as reverberation or the backbreaker weapon ability, to name a couple. So here, even though I did apply prone and frightened at the same time, the denied movement speed of frightened was not enough to prevent the prone condition from ending, and Zarel got to stand up and take an action.
No time to waste.
I'm heating up.
Maybe it's too close to the wall to be able to be thrown over it.
Blood comes easy these days. Breathe deep and move.
Focused. Got to press on.
There we go. Looks like the body of it fell through the terrain.
Another parasite. Collect it. It might be useful.
Regular hand axe +1. The Absolute's Protector. If the wearer bears the Absolute's brand, all damage received from spells is reduced by 1. And Fire Shield Chill. Not a bad shield, but certainly not going to be better than the Adamantine Shield. And then at this point I may as well read these things that would have made them mad. So invasion plans for... Oh wait. Missive from Ketheric.
Cursed to put my hand on everything.
To Gortash. Making excuses for failing to find the artifact. No word from Balthazar. Another way of finding out that we need to investigate Balthazar's chambers, which we've already done. Alright, let me take care of this room and I'll be right back. This group is a little bit more tricky just because there's like open air down to the first level there, so if they escape the silence bubble, they could potentially call for help. Of the ones who might do that, most likely would be Raja. So we want to set ourselves up
Damn, it's good to be alive.
so that they are very unlikely to be able to escape this little alcove.
Blackets will be done. Without delay. Indolence breeds madness.
I'm ready. Got to press on.
Is that blood?
All right.
No, never mind.
What am I to do?
Let's do it. So, the scrying eye has seen me? But is not involved in the combat. Okay.
Survival is all that matters.
Ah.
Got to keep fighting. Let's end this. Let's finish this.
What is the chance of you being commanded to grovel? Only 40%. I guess just go for damage. And actually, are these... These are resistant, which I can ignore.
Feel my mistress's wrath.
Alright, so first off, throw her back into the silence. And then take her out if possible.
This is gonna feel good.
She's not bleeding. Let's change that. I don't care too much about him provoking, I just don't... Yeah, I'll do that. I just don't want to kick her further away from the silence. There we go. Looks like they noticed something. But if it's just those two, then we can handle that. Shadowheart will just drink a potion.
On the move.
Let's go.
And then let's make the others come to us and round the corner.
Watch this.
Tactical.
Concentrate. Can't give up.
Very low chances there, so we'll just...
Heading there.
No choice but to keep going. Need to find a way forward.
Are you too big? You are half-orc. You I can throw.
Hop, hop. Watch this.
Time to strike. Time to strike. On the move.
I think I really want to finish off Zealot, so I will use a Seeking Arrow. That was very unlikely, and this is the last opportunity, so I will go ahead and use the option surge at this time.
Never a dull moment.
Let's start with this.
Bloody work.
Alright, that definitely could have gone worse. Marculite Scourge. It has its own D6 necrotic, and it's got tenacity, and it's a +1 weapon. Not the worst thing in the world, but not something we need.
No one stopped me yet.
Okay, so there's a scrying eye in there somewhere, so let's not go that way quite yet. But we also saw... there's a lever over here we didn't hit.
Let's have a look. Here goes nothing.
That leads out here. Oh. We could use this to get away. If we need to. A charred prayer book. Looks like he burned a Sharan prayer book. Now this is another one of those cases where it doesn't have a health bar, and therefore I know that I can't actually break through that.
Attention.
So we will have Karlach attempt to lockpick it.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Let's march. Should do.
DC 30 and a total bonus of 9 to 12, which means I don't necessarily have to roll max on the D4, but that is not very likely. And we have 19 Thieves' Tools. If I add in the Bardic Inspiration, we still have to roll high, but with 19 Thieves' Tools, this could be very doable. Well, we made it on like the 5th or 6th attempt.
Alright, what now? Another step forward.
Squire, the General's Warhound.
Even stripped of flesh, the Warhound is formidable. Spectral eyes meet yours as it growls a challenge. And then it hesitates, gleaming muzzle sampling your scent as if in recognition.
Well, Trever is not the one with speak with animals. But if this is behaving like an animal, he will offer some food from his pack and see what that does.
The dog's growl only deepens, echoing in the cavity where its stomach used to be.
Fair enough. Let it sniff him.
Suspicious, the creature leans in for another sniff, and for a moment its tail wags, as if remembering a scent from long ago. Then the beast shakes its head, a ferocious warhound once more, though perhaps not quite as ferocious as before.
Well, if it's a warhound, Trever will give it a salute.
The dog relaxes, as if reassured by your observance of protocol. It turns away and utterly ignores you, as it would any lowly foot soldier.
Well, all right then.
Might be useful. That's curious.
Loose planks, eh? Elder Brain Domination. Confidential, dictated to scribe Yanthus by General Ketheric. Young Gortash's plan to enslave an illithid Elderbrain and make it our marionette under the control of the Crown of Karsus has proceeded almost without flaw, barring the slight delay while our Baalist allies sorted out their leadership conflict. The weak point must surely be the sharing of the Netherstones. It was necessary to secure my engagement and that of the murder cult, but eventually it's certain to fracture our fragile alliance. Clearly, all three Netherstones must be controlled by a single leader, me by preference, but not until after all the stakeholders have made their essential contributions. Gortash fears that, energized by the dark energies of the Crown, the brain we now call the Absolute will eventually metamorphose into something new and more difficult to control. If he's right, the need to invest the power of the Netherstones in a single wielder is urgent, even more so in that Enver Gortash, at least, must be thinking the same way. Desertion in the ranks, huh?
Something good here, I hope.
Well, while Squire may be ignoring us, it seems unlikely he would continue to ignore us if we started busting stuff up. So,
No time to waste.
Making me sweat.
Karlach, why don't you handle this one?
Fiddly things.
Cloak of Elemental Absorption. Absorb elemental damage once per short rest, take half damage from the next elemental attack targeting you, and deal an additional 1d6 of that element type on your next attack. It doesn't say weapon attack. I've since looked this up and it does only apply to weapon attacks. Letter to Ketheric. My darling husband, I know my time is drawing near. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave our little girl, but I'm not writing to lament our lot. It's ours and no others. Though the city of judgment is dark, I know Our Lady's light will find me even there. I will see her shining spires and walk the silver gardens we've both dreamt of. I go to my reward and leave quite a task to you yet, my heart. Selune's light shines bright in our little one, but she will need a guide to keep her on path. I have no doubt that she will keep you on yours. It is the same path, Our Lady's path, and one day I know it will bring you both back to me. Only not too soon, I hope. I won't say goodbye. There is no loss, only temporary separation. How I love you, forever, Melodia.
A letter from Catheric's wife. Sounds like she loved him very much.
Meanwhile, that cloak. Trever will go ahead and put that on. Because it doesn't specify weapon attack, he may be able to use that with his unarmed strikes. He won't. I'll switch it out between videos.
Maybe I need more pockets. Better not be cursed.
The relevant part here, once an enemy kingdom is conquered, it must be razed to the ground. Only then can we be free of its specter. The ethic of war. Apostle Diary. Some form of ritual cantation that Trever doesn't really understand. Correct. But that was a religion check. Maybe Shadowheart will be able to figure it out.
A ritual. Doesn't seem related to Shah or Seluna. What's Ketheric been up to?
Don't mind if I do.
An unsent letter. I thank you for returning what was mine, and I have no doubt all will be well once the war is won. After that, I believe our business will be concluded. A different life, a better life awaits. General Ketheric Thorm to Balthazar. Huh. A missive from Gortash. Given what we know from my research about the Gith artifact, I can't emphasize enough how critical it is that it be recovered. The power that artifact contains can boost our own efforts to unforeseen levels, but if it falls into the hands of enemies of wit and persistence, it could bring down all our plans and schemes. The body of our hand-picked captain for the artifact raid wasn't found in the wreckage of the Nautiloid, and I'm not at all easy in my mind about that fact. Find the artifact. Employ rigorous means. Do not fail. That gives us some hope that the artifact we carry is truly powerful if they fear it. Alright, I'll take what I can from here without angering Squire, and then I will rejoin you. Alright, these doors are locked, but we do have Moonrise Tower's keys. So maybe we can just open them?
See.
Selune's devotee. A Selunite fable, it looks like.
Come out, little mimic.
Oh, it's a mimic. So let's go ahead and close this door. Bludgeoning vulnerability, you say? Although that's probably a function of the chest, not the mimic. But maybe it applies while the mimic is still in chest form.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Trever will test that theory.
Death won't take me yet.
It looks like it did, since we opened up with an attack while the mimic. It was still vulnerable to bludgeoning, even though now it is not. So we managed to get ourselves a bit of a heads up.
Time to strike.
Is it resistant to poison? No, acid immunity. We'll use one of our basic poisons for Lae'zel. Easy enough. Spine Shudder Amulet, Crackling Resonance. When the wearer deals damage with a ranged spell attack, inflict 2 reverberation upon the target. Now, that is something that Shadowheart does often. And she hasn't been using the spectator eyes much. So why not?
And these things have stayed interesting.
There is also this stained letter. My darling daughter, when you were a little girl, I would often watch you play with your dolls and your cousins and picture myself an enormous, opaque, a silvery shield surrounding you, protecting you. I knew somehow deep within myself that no harm could ever befall you, because I would not let it. Though the healers say I may pass into the city of judgment soon, know this, darling daughter, I am always around you. I am always with you, and the Moon Maiden will never allow you to bear a burden you cannot carry. I love you forever, a love that has no death, Mama. So taken along with everything else that we have learned, it feels like Ketheric had a happy family life and worshipped Selûne. And then his wife died, leaving him and his daughter alone. And then, at some point, perhaps befallen by grief, he turned to Shar and started this war with the area. Fell in battle, but not before cursing the land. And now he's back somehow. Alright, let me go ahead and loot the rest of this room, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, and then there's this door over here that's not locked. Okay, I see where we are. And I see that there's these routes headed down, but I want to sort of like clear the upper floor here if I can. So let's go through this door. So that door leads
You're
into
stopped by
there.
a guard. It seems
Uh-oh.
your presence here is forbidden.
Let's try to convince them we belong here. With intimidation, that Yuma form of yours will make a very tasteful body bag if you don't get out of my way. This guard was not impressed.
Usually, this is the point where the guard leaves you alone. But not today.
Okay. That scrying eye is a problem. So I think the first thing that's going to happen is Shadowheart will actually use a spell slot on the silence, since we were kind of caught unawares. And she'll even come over here and do a little stab on this guy.
victory awaits.
That guy is melee, so let's take out this target first. Try to blind him. Perfect. Oh, actually, I have a bonus action left. Let's go ahead and
Taking position.
Hunter's Mark that one. There we go.
Still breathing, despite everything. Sometimes the only way out is through. Don't waste a step.
Smell blood.
Cry about it.
Yeah, let's use one of the smites. And a miss. Target out of sight, huh?
I am fury. I am death. Make way.
Not much they can do right now. And Trever is no longer frightened, I guess?
First step is the hardest. Swift as my feet can carry me.
that gonna take?
Got to move.
Now, I've been completely forgetting that I have Chromatic Orb, and one of the things that that can do is thunder damage, so that should just completely wreck the Scrying Eye. Unless I miss.
Victory awaits. Make way.
Have to keep going.
Smell blood.
Can't give up.
Incoming.
Oh, oh. There's no ledge up here. Okay. Now I should be able to throw this thing to the death. Right? Come on now. There's gotta be somewhere I can throw it to from here. Seriously, I can't target. Wait. Okay, okay.
Very well.
Let's cook with fire, baby. I've got it.
There's a ghoul over there. I don't want to hit the ghoul, but at least I can throw it down there. Zero? I'm sorry. Wow. Well, I guess we can just get away from it now?
On the move. Swift and lethal. No time to waste.
Okay, I can at least do the flee from combat thing. Nobody's still in combat. Okay. The scrying eye is somehow not hostile. I don't know how that works. But we're gonna take it. Okay. I think we have seen all of the top floor. Yeah, I think that was everything. So, there was these vines over here, or roots. And that leads to some scaffolding?
Let's get going. What now? Moving in. They wouldn't admit it.
The Absolute calls us all to her design. Your family will answer.
Ah, there's a ladder over there. So at least we have a way down. But there's also suspicious sounds over there that we haven't investigated yet.
Brothers, sister, pray with me while we...
What's that?
Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing.
Trever will attempt to determine what it is.
eyes catch a glimpse, but the darkness within the wall is too deep.
And there is no way in hell Trever is reaching in there. Mystery unsolved. Well, Lae'zel and Shadowheart both have Arcana. Maybe they can figure it out.
Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing. You can't quite catch a glimpse, but you recognize this feeling. The same alien presence you felt on the Nautiloid.
Oh, we are definitely not reaching in there.
No one's stopped me yet. Never wanted the easy path.
Alright, easiest way down is probably just Featherfall. Let's go ahead and close this door. And let's have Shadowheart
Let's get on with it.
do a minor illusion right there.
We are each of us threads in her design. Even those we once called monsters.
The only ones, well, maybe. Do I not have Glyph of Warding memorized? There is a very long sequence here where I'm trying to figure out how to memorize Glyph of Warding as a cleric spell so I can have a higher save DC, and it won't let me. The short version is, apparently there's a bug, has been for years, where if you have that specific spell from multiple classes, it will only allow you to memorize it from one of them. So, I end up memorizing it as a wizard so I can just move on. This Glyph of Warning I can now do. Okay, I don't know why it won't let me do the cleric version. Okay, so let's try that again. We want to catch as many of the guards as possible.
Let's make this quick.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. That should work.
Violence isn't tolerated in these parts, unless it's required to deal with a criminal like you.
Attack. And let's do a Necrotic Spirit Guardians, upcast at 4th.
Swift and lethal.
The hammer's gonna fall.
Can't afford to let up.
Trevor's not until down there. Okay. Oh, his action is out. Yeah, I'll absorb elements. Okay. Who's concentrating? You are. And then you are also wounded, so let's toll the dead. Ah, target out of sight. Seriously? And they both say.
Victory awaits.
Yeah, I guess a bitter dash out of it.
On the move.
Fuck yes.
But you're burning. Aw, beating up my skeletons. Okay. Yeah, time to use a rage. Target too far. Just beat him up. And honestly, he should probably throw a bigger potion at his feet. Let's go ahead and do a mass healing word on everybody. And toll the dead. That target's out of sight. Ghouls I don't care too much about. Lantarv. Damn.
What's this?
Still frightened.
Easy as.
I'll go ahead and rage.
So much for peace. Fall by my hand.
I should drink another potion. Okay. There was somebody right here, right? Ghouls. That guy. That adept. Where's this guy? He is right there. Can I jump past the fire? Damn! I thought it was past the fire. Okay, okay.
Time to strike.
This guy needs to go down. So let's use a seeking arrow on him. Alright, and then my last arcane arrow to try to blind the adept. Well, I blinded the guardian. I guess that's not nothing.
For another round. Need to learn the hard way. Jimmy on the go.
They're from outside, I see.
May the gods take you first.
Give him the boot. Is she still... It doesn't look like it.
Time to strike.
Immobile. So she can literally do nothing, so second wind, I guess. Alright, who's concentrating on that? That's you, right?
This is gonna feel good. Go on.
Damn.
Count on me.
Let's have you try. Concentration still successful.
All right, Karlach, it's go time.
Need to find a way forward.
But shovel is right there. Shovel's a summon.
Maybe I should. No, this is good.
Alright. Sorry, shovel. Concentration still successful. No, it's gone. It's gone. Okay.
Before my time.
Shadowheart is frightened, which is annoying. However, it doesn't really affect save DCs. Although, that's not great anyway. I'll try it. Yeah. But burning? Burning.
Heating up. Boom!
Throw you too far.
I need to hold on. On my way.
Throw you at you. Bigger potion.
You will not take me.
Ah, damn. No spell slots left.
On I go then.
Really?
Let's go. Ready for this?
I will ascend.
So back off a little bit.
Talk to me.
It may be time. Everything provokes.
Got to press on.
Now this is my happy place. You all right?
No, no. I want to use a help action. I want to try to shove you. Seriously? I think Lae'zel will provoke the attack of opportunity so that Shadowheart doesn't.
Let's finish this. Have to keep going.
My turn.
I don't know why the potions are not working here, but Karlach will use a potion of speed so that she can still attack and maintain rage.
These boots have seen everything.
Only a 35 chance there.
I am fury. I am death.
Ooh, maybe. Saved.
My path be true.
Need to act fast.
Could use a scroll of cloud of daggers on him. It's something.
Got to press on.
death.
Put him up.
That ghoul is still over there, just stuck. I bet Trever can finish him off. Huh.
Bye forever, pal. Want another?
Okay, I think that's the worst of it.
Need to stay focused.
Don't think I need the Cloud of Daggers anymore.
Moving. I am fury. I am death. On the move. Not fall before my time.
Ah, he actually figured out to come this way now.
Best be on my way.
On the move. Death, you will not take me.
All right then.
There's a parasite in that corpse, brimming with potent magic.
That was way closer than it should have been.
Battle awaits.
Well, maybe not. Alright. I'm gonna take a moment and loot all of this crap. Oh, I did notice that the ogre was still wandering around in there, and possibly a couple of other acolytes, but at this point we're just getting out of here. We have pushed our luck far enough. Although I am very curious as to what's beyond this door. slashing vulnerability. So we'll actually make that Karlach's job. Actually,
Can't give up now.
let's see if the Moonrise keys do open it. Just a tiny little bit of supplies, I suppose. That's fun. Okay. We actually haven't been that way, though. We don't know what's in that direction. So we're actually going to leave by way of the docks if we can. Oh, wait, it's this way. And from here... From here we have a clear path back to Last Light. So, I can go ahead and fast travel.
I do. That's why we're still standing around. Look, this is heavy.
Let's see what Jaheira has to say about all this. Oh, there's Roland.
Thank the gods.
What's up for discussion?
Did you enjoy relaxing here while I battled that wretched darkness? What were you thinking?
I'm sorry, we got captured by murderous lunatics!
I thought you were dead, you ass! Both of you!
We're all safe, Roland. That's what matters.
Trever figured they'd be happier to see each other.
I thought my entire family was dead!
I'm sorry. We should have been here.
No, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have shouted. I'm sorry.
Thank you for saving me. And the two idiots.
Trever will press the point just a little bit. Anything to add, Roland?
I've lashed out at you, drunkenly and otherwise, and you helped anyway. You didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. And thank you. You went out of your way to help us. It's only right you get something in return. Here. I hope it helps.
Trever won't turn that down.
You're here! You're all right! How?
We're two tiefling queens, remember? I couldn't leave my favorite bard without her partner in crime. I did have some help from an old friend, though.
How did you do it?
Well, this is kind of accurate now. Anything that got in his way, he killed it.
I'm sorry it came to that. But if it was you or them, I'd pick you every time.
You should have seen him. He was brave, but also terrifying. In a good way.
I never thought I'd see... well, anyone again. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. One last favor. Take this off my hands. It suits you better.
Alright, so some supplies, but notably this potent robe, clothing. Gregarious caster, your cantrips deal additional damage equal to your charisma modifier. Well liked and well fortified. At the beginning of the wearer's turn, the robe activates, granting them temporary hit points equal to their charisma modifier and armor class 1, +1. So, that is certainly going to be better than simple cold resistance for Trever. It will probably not stay on him forever because it is a much better robe for a primary caster, but it's still a temporary hit point every turn, and if he does do Vicious Mockery, it'll add a point of damage if they fail their save. And the armor class +1 is certainly not nothing. So for now, that is Trevor's robe. Let's see if Jaheira has anything to say about our exploits so far.
The shadows haven't consumed you. Good.
Trever saw Ketheric. He regenerated right in front of him.
Gruesome, isn't it? I'm glad you survived the encounter at least. Did you learn anything more?
Ketheric is calling himself a chosen of the Absolute now.
Chosen? Oh, that's 3 masters Ketheric has served. Our paladin isn't very picky. He's aligned himself with mind flayers. But I cannot see what he gains. Perhaps we can force it out of him once we have him up against a wall. Was there anything else?
Not yet. We didn't get through the entire tower.
The great general is paranoid. Good. That means he's protecting something. I'll wager it's the source of his invulnerability. He'd protect that at any cost. Was there anything else?
That's about it for now.
Ketheric's forces are infiltrating this place. You've got to take the fight to them.
The towers were here. Soot, sulfur, limestone, dusted all over. Signature.
Ketheric's lackeys found me already. Blast it all! You need to deal with him.
And then let's see what Barkas has to say about his friend being back.
Ah, there you are. Everyone seems to be quite aflutter. Do you know why?
Wulbren is literally right over there. Has Barkas not heard?
You did? But that means... Wulbren! Wulbren! Oh, where is he? Ah! Not now. Wulbren's back.
Do you need anything?
Wulbren! I heard you might be about. How the devil did you get stuck here, Barkas?
I'm not stuck. I came to find you, of course.
Why would you do a foolish thing like that? Really, Barkas?
Unfortunately for me, you're my friend. Rescuing you from mortal peril is my right.
But you didn't rescue me, did you? I rescued myself, with the aid of this... helper.
Ah, it's you. I should have guessed. Thank you very much for your help finding Wulbrin.
You don't belong here, Barcus. As soon as the way is clear, pack up and head to Baldur's Gate.
But... Wulbrin... The rune powder... We need to discuss what you're going to...
I said go home!
Trever will start by gently pointing out what Barcus has gone through to find him.
Please, that isn't necessary.
Indeed. Neither of you has any clue what's at stake. And why should you? It's Iron Hand gnome business. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a great deal to do.
Well, there we have it. Wulbrin is safe and sound. Thanks to you. I owe you a great deal. The brilliant retort, for starters. Here you are, as promised. I give you the brilliant retort. Now, I believe our business is well and truly concluded.
Trever won't hold back his opinion. Wulbrin does seem like a real arsehole.
Don't judge him too harshly. He's been through a lot. When he's had some rest, he'll be back to his usual self.
And he points out that the relationship seems a little one-sided there.
Nonsense. When you've known each other as long as we have, there aren't sides. Wulbrin can be a little sharp, but so can I. You should know that better than anyone.
So what now, Barcus?
Well, perhaps Wulbrin is right. Perhaps I ought to return to Baldur's Gate.
We're headed that way too, before too long. Trever asks him to join his camp.
Perhaps I will. Yes. Yes. That's a nice idea. Thank you.
And the brilliant retort is, it's basically like a smoke powder bomb, but it does have a little surprise. I think it like blinds people, but you only ever get one, which makes it, you know, kind of strange. There's one rescued tiefling we haven't been to see yet.
Oh, you're all right.
You're all right. My gods, you're all right.
Come here, darling.
Trever does bring it down a little bit. They shouldn't get too comfortable. It won't be, like, we won't be safe here for very long.
Maybe not. But we have each other now. We have this moment now. Thanks to you. So, shall we go for a walk?
Anywhere, my love.
Thank you for bringing Danis back to me. I really don't know what I'd do without him.
I'm going to do some vending and then I'll come back and deal with leveling up. Alright, and we did get enough to purchase the Mighty Cloth. So this is something that I wish we could try beforehand, but unfortunately there's not really a fitting room to these vendors, so the only thing you can do is purchase it, and if you don't like it you can sell it back at a pretty massive loss. But this thing, Bull Strength, you gain Bull Strength, increase your Strength score by 2 to a maximum of 20. Unwavering Bull, you cannot be pushed against your will, and you have advantage on saving throws against being restrained. And then the Bull Rush class action. Charge forward and possibly knock your foes back 3 meters. It's an action, and it uses movement speed. You can do it every turn. Now the main thing I'm concerned, and why I might not want to use this... Well, let me go ahead and get it real quick. So my strength is already 21, but a point of that comes from the Hag's Hair, and 2 points of that comes from the potion. Trevor's base strength, as it is only 18. So what I'm hoping is I put this up and the base strength becomes 20. And then the rest of it piles on to become 23. And if that works, one of the things that it will do is free up the only other feat that Trevor's going to have. It doesn't work. It is good for the carrying capacity. Yeah, it's very good for the carrying capacity and the advantage on strength checks, even when Trevor isn't raging. And the bull rush action. And the can't be... So, Trevor will go ahead and use it.
So just about do.
Well,
Just about.
it is what it is. And this potent robe then will go to Will. Alright, let's go handle the level up real quick.
I could go for a good meal.
Because Trevor can't be far behind. 11 more. Huh. Karlach will pick up her second rogue level, giving her hide, dash, and disengage as bonus actions. In particular, meaning now she can, with that she can use a bonus action in combat to get her temporary hit points for the Bardbarian ability back. Level 4 spell slot, hit points, and spells. Alright, so if we're backtracking, we can backtrack without running into anything all the way back to the Selunite outpost in the Underdark. But I do think there are some goblins still left in the Shattered Sanctum.
Best be on my way.
Also, Trevor used up both of his barrels.
This area is strictly off limits. It seems you're about to learn that the hard way.
Oh, she's back to full power, huh? And only Trevor goes after her.
Can't give up. Not now. Heading there.
Victory awaits. Taking position.
I'll go ahead and do that. And yep, see, we get the 12 temporary hit points.
Down the hatch.
And then we can dash all the way over there.
What do I have to lose?
Not yet. Please.
Is that blood? No, never mind. One day I'll catch a break. It's been a long day. I'll need to rest soon.
We will, soon.
No time like the present.
Time to strike. No time to waste.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Gribbo's all the way over there.
Come on, Karlach. Show him who you are. Easy.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
On my way.
much farther can I go? What's in here? Here goes nothing.
Okay, there's no more goblins left, so now we can fast travel. Up to Joaquin's Rest. Alright, Lae'zel, this is for you. Ah, and there's a level up for Trever and Lae'zel. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Now Trever gets Bardbarian level 7. The only feature he gets for that is Feral Instinct +3 bonus to initiative and can't be surprised. This is very good. It means I won't have to take alert on him, and it's often been the case where Trever has gone very late in the initiative. That shouldn't happen nearly as much anymore. Lae'zel actually gets another feat. I don't need to replace her spells, but let's see. We have the Sharpshooter. And I think we have one ability improvement. So let's just put Lae'zel's dexterity up to 20. And now that we have made it to the mountain pass, it's time to finally take a long rest. I didn't want to do that before we got here because I didn't want Lae'zel thinking we weren't coming here. So I didn't want to delay that any further.
I need a moment for the two of us.
Hey, you.
Trever wonders about the friend that Karlach had in Avernus.
You saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends.
What did that note say that she gave her?
Nothing worth reading. Cambion manipulation at its most obvious.
You do have real friends, Karlach. Trever, for one.
Thank the gods. And I do, every day.
What's on your mind?
Trever asks about this night song. Could that save Gale from the detonation?
Alas, no. The charm Elminster granted me requires my death as the spark that will light the orb's fuse. Making myself invulnerable, immortal, or in any other fashion unkillable would render it useless. And gods only know what it might do to the orb itself. Still, I see no harm in learning what we can about this night song. And if we manage to find it, the harm will be all Ketheric's. So, well worth indulging our curiosity.
In my years as the Blade, I've witnessed countless cruelties, faced unimaginable evil. But Thorm, he is made of pure hate. The Sword Coast will rejoice when the bastard's fallen. My father is somewhere in this tower. I won't leave him in Thorm's hands. And lest we forget, we've a devil to rescue. 2 missions, 1 destination.
He wasn't in the prison. Any idea where we'll find Duke Ravengard?
Not in a mere prison cell, certainly. My guess, Thorm will have confined him in the bowels of the tower.
The deeper we dig, the closer we get.
Shah's blessings upon you.
What does Shadowheart make of Ketheric Thorm? Trever wonders, now that we've seen him in the flesh.
He's trouble. Worse, he's a traitor. Whatever loyalty he had towards Lady Shah is long gone. It would please her greatly to see him meet his long overdue end, I'll wager.
Over here, boy.
The crush must be nested in that temple. Our cure is close.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Alright, and then next time we will begin exploring the Rosamund Monastery Trail and see what this creche holds at Lae'zel's insistence. Alright, see you next time. Have a good one.